Hello guys, it's me, Swordclaw101, and man, it's been a while. I'm not even used to doing my own intro anymore. I would apologize, but yeah, I should apologize, but I don't really know what to say. I didn't have motivation to record for a very long time, like a really, really long time. I've forgotten how to record. The last thing where I recorded was a freaking history project, and I did about 70 takes on that, so, things aren't looking too great. But I do remember how to play Pokemon, at the very least. Can't really forget how to play Pokemon. If you forget how to play Pokemon, I don't know what to say. And, yeah, I would go into this big apology, but long story short, I lost my motivation. Hopefully I'll get it back. I made a promise, I'm not gonna break it. Let's go. So, last time we left off, I remember that I hope I warned you that if you haven't healed your Pokemon, you probably shouldn't continue on over here. Well, hopefully now you've healed, because, if you're actually following my walkthrough just so you can have a guide, like an actual guide for it, I've given you like 6 months to heal, so now we see what awaits. I just have to say, even though the character design isn't... Okay, the character design for the rival is pretty awesome, but the music is freaking amazing. You got a Pokemon at the lab, what a waste. That's a Pokemon that's too good for a wimp like... Hey! No. Quiet. Don't you get what I'm saying? No. Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. Alright. Okay, this might seem a little intimidating at first, but if you lose this battle, I don't know what to say. You should at the very least, unless you've been running from every single wild Pokemon, you should at least be level 6 by now, and lots of you have amazing luck. Even if you're still level 5, you should win, because you have potions. Basically, the key to this battle is do not bother with anything but attack. Wait for him to use Leer or, like, Growl or whatever. Okay, he's using Scratch as well, but it's fine. This isn't even that serious of a battle. Basically, he'll have the Pokemon that is strong against your starter, but it's level 5, so it doesn't have any super effective moves. Humph, you're doing okay for someone weak. I don't like to hear that coming out of your mouth, considering the position you're in, but alright. And... yeah, no big deal, really. Even if he does get Leer on you. As I said before, you have... Wow, that's just stupid. See, if you had a Totodile, you would have no problem with accuracy, but no. I have a Cyndaquil, and it has to have Tackle. Like, why can't a Cyndaquil use Scratch? Okay, fine. Alright, and I conveniently choose the day that I'm not feeling so well to record. Like, great. That gives a lot of XP, so if you're not above his level, you should be by the end of the battle. I don't know what happens if you lose, because I've never lost before, nor have I seen anyone lose, so yeah. Do you want to know who I am? I'm gonna be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Alright. And then he pushes you aside, and then blank shock spreads across his face as he discovered that you stole his trainer card. As you can probably tell, this is the game trying to give you a chance to nickname your rival, because obviously it doesn't tell you what was on his trainer card, you have to make it up. So, Elm wanted you to come back, because something was horribly wrong. You can take a route with no wild Pokemon. By the way, I'm not even sure if I explained that previous battle all that thoroughly, but you don't really need the explanation. Basically, he'll have a level 5 starter that has a type strong against yours. It will, like, Totodile knows, like, Scratch and Leer, Cyndaquil, Tackle and Leer, Chikorita, I forget, but it's something, I think it's like Tackle and Tail Whip or something along the lines. But basically, it'll have a weak attack move, and a worthless stat lowering move. So yeah, once you kind of come over here, you can come up here and grab a free potion if you want. Then you can come down and enter the lab. I wonder what happened. It should be pretty obvious. We are investigating the case of the missing Pokemon. Whoever did it will come back to the site. Oh wait, so you stole the Pokemon? No, I'm being framed by the police. This is not, okay. Hi, Ethan. She has nothing, yeah, thank you. Back me up, will ya? There was a red-haired dude looking into the building. Oh shoot, I think that's the guy I battled. And he'll look back and forth between the two of you and go, you battled a guy like that? Did you happen to get his name? Funny story, the first time I played this, I was 8 years old. I was panicking over a Pokemon game. I thought you actually had to put what his name was, which is... And on the screen, it portrays him as quote-unquote passerby boy. So I thought you had to input that. Which is not the case at all. You get to name your rival, so it's... yeah. And... it doesn't even make sense, because I somehow thought you had to put passerby. When that doesn't even fit in the 7-letter thing they give you. So, I mean, you know, 8-year-old me was really stupid. Anyway. Red-haired individual. Alright. I'm glad they understand you're innocent. See you later. Goodbye. And then you'll have a nice long chat with Professor Elm. This is terrible. And then you can spam A as he inspects the egg and blah 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 blah. We may as well find it. Oh, and long story short, he'll take the egg from you, decide to investigate it, and then act all surprised that Oak gave you a Pokedex. So yeah, I knew you were a little different. And then he goes, so why don't you take on the Pokemon Gym? And then he thinks that you challenging the Pokemon League is a complete joke, which is like, dude, really? Why? So he'll be like, you know, you can certainly challenge Violet City's gym. And then he gives you a broad hint that you need to talk to your mom or else you cannot leave the city. So you may as well go do that, because if you don't, you'll get stopped and sent back anyway. So you can talk to her. But what can I do for you? So she's gonna ask, you know, do you want me to save your money? I misclicked. I actually don't want her to. Oh, I think you can change it. Okay, so normally I would, because eventually in the after game, she starts buying you things, like somewhat rare berries or whatever. And then... yeah, you can change the setting. You can change the setting by calling her. But this is a walkthrough thing, and I frankly don't feel like having to circle back here every single time I want to buy something, and, you know, in other words, yeah. Yeah, we still got time. Once you come over here, you'll find Ethan or Lyra and his or her Meryl. There you are. I'm just gonna call the friend dude Ethan now. I can't be bothered to say or Lyra. Is that even how you pronounce it? You can catch wild Pokemon with Pokeballs. Yeah, that's kind of a given. And then he'll go, follow me! I'll show you how to chuck a Pokeball. Like, alright, man. And he's gonna find a level 2 Rattata. Probably one of the most worthless Pokemon on this route. Okay, no, that's a lie. I think the most worthless and the best Pokemon, and the best at the same time. I think that reward goes to, like, Furret or Sentret in this case, I guess. Is there a worse Pokemon? No, because Pidgeot is pretty decent. The Bug-type Pokemon are questionable, but at this stage in the game, they're alright. And yeah, no, it's Sentret Furret. But it's a great Pokemon. It's adorable. And then he's gonna catch it, it's whatever. Basically, if you don't know how to throw a Pokeball, he'll give you a tutorial. If you still really don't know how, you press back. You hope that you actually bought Pokeballs. You click on the Pokeball and you click use. He gave a really bad example though, because you're supposed to, like, technically if you really want to go try hard and catch the Pokemon, lower it to red. Typically you want to lower it to red HP or as low as you can get it. Status effects helps, but obviously you don't want to like poison or burn it, cause then, you know, it's gonna die. So usually you would either put it to sleep, paralyze, freeze if you get lucky. But yeah, that's about it. He'll give you 5 Pokemon. And now, I've decided to do this. I might quit doing this halfway through the walkthrough or even before that. But for now, I'm going to show you all the wild Pokemon you can get on this route. Wish me luck. This is not going to be pretty. Though, hang on, before I go into a wild Pokemon catching spree, I will mention that first of all, if you have Heart Gold and Soul, and as opposed to Soul Silver, some of the Pokemon I'm catching here might be different from what you have, but I will mention the difference. But on this route, every single Pokemon in Heart Gold, Soul Silver is exactly the same, so I don't need to mention anything. Without further ado, let's go. You get to see all my stupid nicknames I choose for my Pokemon as well. Alright. Oh my god. Okay, so that took a while. In case you didn't catch it, the 4 Pokemon you could catch on this route were Sentret, Pidgey, Hoot-Hoot, and Rattata. So, because it's more convenient to catch the last 2 that I mentioned when it's nighttime, I was just like, alright, so, or like Hoot-Hoot can only be found during nighttime, but the odds of catching a Rattata in daytime is just ridiculous. Yeah, so I decided that I was gonna, you know, be smart and change my game clock so it showed night. But no, I decided to be an idiot as well. I decided that I wasn't gonna save before I did that, so it got edited out for you. But I just played through the entire part that I just filmed twice, so that was fantastic. Anyway, heal. See you in a bit. Alright, so I just deposited every Pokemon in my party except for, what's it called, the Rattata and obviously the Cyndaquil. By the way, in case you felt like knowing, the Rattata is my HM slave, so it's just that. I realized it didn't show the names though. The Sentret's called Scout, I totally didn't rip off its freaking description or anything. And the, what's it called, the Pidgey is Parachute 2.0, so real original names, right? Anyway, it's worth mentioning that if you buy 10 Pokeballs at once, you get an extra Premier Ball. So, recommended that you do that. Instead of buying them singular or in 5s or whatever you usually buy them in, get them in 10s, because it's more money efficient. Well, now you can actually move on and head up here. Alright, so there are some new Pokemon in this route, and I'm gonna have to do them again, huh? Yeah, no, I'm not in the mood for that right now. So I'm just gonna make a second decision. This is gonna be end of part 2 of this walkthrough. I promise. Promises exist to be broken, don't they? Okay, well, I promise in some way I will at least continue the series. I cannot, you know, I cannot say, you know, I'm going to upload daily like I used to, or bi-daily or whatever. But, I should at least not make you wait half a year. How's that sound? Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. By the way, I might ditch the intros because I don't have time to be making them right now. And the Soul Silver, like, preface, I guess, just isn't okay for making intros, so most of it's on the bottom screen, that's why. But anyway, that'll be it for this video. Peace!